are you? And how did you get into my dimension? Why are you looking at me like that?
So, sorry, it's just not every day you see a pony with more than
More than what exactly?
2 dimensions.
Oh, personally, I didn't think that I would ever see another pony.
I take it you don't get very many visitors?
Not many pony ones, to be honest.
Well, in that case, I'm glad I'm your first one.
Let me be the first to say, welcome to my home.
Aw, I made someone squee. Wait, why did I come here in the first place?
I am not sure, but I do know I was about to watch duo cartoonist's animation of The Moon Rises. It is my favorite song, and not because of Princess Luna.
Oh, The Moon Rises? I remember when that came out. It was one hell of an animation in both looks and story. There's a lot to talk about. Wait, I remember why I came here. I was looking for a collab partner.
I would like to do a collab with you.
Awesome. In that case, let's go.
Eek!
Now the hour has come at last, the soft and fading light has crossed the west horizon and has bidden us good night. And what a lovely night it is to walk a moonlit field.
I am not used to being teleported by magic.
Oops. Sorry about that. I tried to use a door, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, that is because I don't have one yet.
Don't worry, you'll get one someday. I know a guy. Anyway, we don't have to worry about that at the moment. What do you say we get started?
Now that I don't feel so disoriented, I say let's go for it.
Alright, first a little backstory. The Moon Rises was an animation created by a group called Duo Cartoonists under half a year ago. Much like Lullaby for a Princess, it was based off an already existing song from the community and story from the show.
I had been looking forward to this animation ever since I first saw the animatic, but had first been introduced to the song by another animation. Sadly, the original SFM is no longer around, but it was still good to see it brought to life through Source Filmmaker.
Well, thankfully we at least have this animation, and boy was the hype and wait worth it because this has already become one of the fan favorites in the community, even if it is Died Lullaby for a Princess.
I'm guessing you're a Princess Celestia fan? I mean, I don't have a problem with her, she's just a little too perfect for me.
Actually, I'm a Luna fan. I have other reasons for calling it that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, let's talk about what we like about it.
Why don't I start by saying it really shows what Toon Boom can really accomplish in the right hands, as well as the vocals of Ellie Monty.
Agreed, though saying Ella Monte gave an amazing performance is like saying the sky is blue. Though still, her vocals are absolutely gorgeous, perfectly complementing the animation. Speaking of the animation, there's quite the attention to detail in both the background and the up-close moving animation, as well as the amazing lighting effects that show off the mood perfectly.
I agree with the beauty of the backgrounds as well as the different way they drew the ponies, and I loved how they incorporated a blood moon in there. I also liked seeing Star Swirl the Bearded in this. It was a nice little touch. Is it just me, or did you get an Aladdin vibe off of the castle?
Yeah, it kinda does remind me of Aladdin actually. I suppose the only other thing to mention about this is the instrumentation of the song, which is also very good. I'm not even a classical music lover and I really do like this. Also, this interpretation of Luna's turn into Nightmare Moon was done really well.
Same here.
Okay, now let's get to the bad stuff, which is few, but we should at least bring it up. And honestly, I'm starting with Star Swirl, who honestly feels very pointless to the story at hand. I mean, yeah, I know he's there to tell Celestia, but ultimately he feels pointless. Why couldn't Celestia just find Luna?
How? We were always led to believe that Luna struggled alone and had no one who knew she was hurting. I believe it shows that someone did care enough about her to see what possibly could be done. But after her transformation to Nightmare Moon, Star Swirl couldn't really have done anything to get our beloved princess back to normal.
A fair point, I guess. I stand by what I said, but that is still a fair point to bring up. I suppose the only other problem is the fact that this came right after Lullaby for a Princess, as it honestly puts it to shame in every way. Everything from the animation to the story is presented way better in Lullaby. It's not Moonrise's fault for that, but comparisons are inevitable considering how similar they are. I suppose you could just say that this is a prequel to Lullaby if the animation wasn't so different, but still.
But you can't blame them just based on that. It happens to almost every animation in any form. A really good animation can and will get compared to another. It's not fair to the persons working on their creation to be compared to the work of another. There was only one real issue I had with this animation, And it's the way Luna transforms the entire castle and her transformation into Nightmare Moon. Even if I do like her redesign, it seemed way too quick for me.
This is part of the problem of making an animation based off music without it being made to the animation. Pacing is bound to be an issue, especially since the original song is less than 4 minutes long and has a very concise story, so no tweaking or interpretations here. Sometimes it can work as long as you just bring the animation to a song as opposed to try and tell a story at the same time.
That is true. As you said, songs should be made for that particular animation, although it's not a good thing since I make SFM song animations myself. That is what I try to do, but I also try to have fun with mine as well.
And that's what's important at the end. Anyway, I feel we covered everything. Final thoughts?
Overall, it was a really good animation, and one I keep coming back to watch. What are your final thoughts, Watchful?
I'll admit that while The Moon Rises isn't one of my absolute favorite animations out there, it is still enjoyable immensely. The animation, the song, the story are done exceptionally well. I would probably give it a 4.5 out of 6. It is incredibly solid. Thank you for joining me for this, Fire Lily.
You're very welcome, Watchful. And maybe next time you won't just drop in, you can use the door. Till then, this is Fire Lily saying bye.
And I'm the Watcher Pony, and this is Why We Brony. We'll see you guys next time.
Now the hour has come at last, the soft and fading light has crossed the west horizon and has bidden us good night. And what a lovely night it is to walk a moonlit field, to see the softer shades that are by starlight now revealed. So why is it that now, when all is quiet and at rest, when candles glow and all the world is at its very best, the ponies of Equestria should lock themselves away to shun the moon and wait instead for sisters